Hi, thanks for watching the tape. I bet a lot of people didn't know that Langhorne Speedway had a drag strip in the middle of it. It was only 1/8 of a mile. And this tape is from 1959 when the club that I belonged to, which was the Cherioteers from Trenton, New Jersey, got together and was going their weekends racing. I believe it was on a Sunday, but I'm not certain, Saturday or Sunday. The club actually started in 1956, and I joined it in 1958 and stayed in it until I got married, and other things took precedent over that. But some of the guys that were at the drags is John Dombrowski, myself, Roger Leip, Bill Driver, who was the president, Ed Sari, who's a long-time member, that is. And the club went quite a while. It started out with about 8 people, I guess, and grew to maybe 15. And I guess around 1962, I got out of the club because I was raising a family, and probably 25 years later or so, I built a hot rod car and got to the shows and started getting together with the guys again. Now that's my truck there. That turned a real good time at Langhorne. I turned 8 seconds flat, 94 miles an hour. Now, that's 1/8 of a mile, not a quarter. I did run ADCO, and at ADCO I turned 122 miles an hour at 11.50. Now, at today's standard, that's a joke, but at that time, that was quite a time to get down the track. I forgot to mention one fellow, George Carlisle. He's there with that 30 Ford that you just seen go down the strip. Of course, back in 1959, you could build something for a couple $1,000. You had a pretty good race machine. The truck had a Oldsmobile motor, 303, punched out to 335, with a Caddy LaSalle transmission and a 444 rear. Yeah, that's my cousin Ed Leip right there in that Plymouth. Nope, there he is. Nope, there he is there. That's him in the Plymouth. A few of us ran that day. I did manage to capture a trophy. But this is all that's left of the racing memories, but at least it was something. This tape is actually 50 years old now. A little more than 50 years old. There's the truck there. That truck also got a few top eliminators and top ETs at this track. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. That's George Carlisle again. That was a Mr. Clean. I don't remember too much about him. That's me. Okay, thanks for watching, folks.